Welcome to the Grassroots Army Podcast. This platform is for common sense people looking for up-to-date, accurate, and truthful information without the hot garbage corporate media bias. The power of one can lead to the power of many. You never know what small act that you may say or do that may literally change the lives of millions tomorrow. And don't you ever think that you can't make a difference, because you can. Good afternoon, my fellow Michiganders. Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. Welcome to a special edition of the Grassroots Army Podcast. I am your host, of course, Garrett Soldano, and I want to come on the show here today. As you guys have been following me, you've seen my butt's been on fire, been around the state of Michigan, speaking and inspiring Michigan and America's greatest asset, we the people, to get involved, to get engaged, but most importantly, get activated, especially with what's coming, here in November. So I will continue to do what I do best, is go around and fire up people. But I wanted to get on here today and talk about some school boards. And one thing is for certain, if you guys have been following me over the past almost 2 years, I've been highlighting school boards all across the country. Moms and dads, grandpas and grandmas, community members standing up against this woke indoctrination, because what we have all witnessed is these folks are allowing their political agenda to kind of, further their agenda, what they're trying to do to the schools. And a lot of people are frustrated. So what's happening is a lot of folks who can, even though they're paying taxes in that community, they're taking their kids, if they can, out of that school and put them somewhere else. And that works great for that family. However, there's a lot of folks that can't do that. And they're stuck in there. And what's happening, the people that are or could fight for these kids, they're leaving and going to another school. And then the majority of the people slowly go and leave that school. And there's people that are staying, that have been fighting nonstop for these kids. And what we have seen all throughout America is there's just a lot of school boards that these people dig their heels in the sand, and they do not listen to the parents. They do not listen to community members. They're allowing their political affiliations to drive their decisions, and it's wrong. And these are just like common sense issues that we shouldn't even be talking about. And the issues that they're refusing to give up on is parental consent. Allowing these sexually explicit books to be in these school libraries, and these parents are just saying, hey, I don't want my kid exposed to that. And we don't want like boys using girls' locker rooms and restrooms, and we don't want, men competing in women's sports. I mean, this is just common sense stuff that they have just refused. And they're allowing policy for a very small percentage of the population of students to have a negative impact on the group as a whole. And that's not how this country is supposed to run, So I'm going to be getting behind several school board candidates and helping them raise money. Okay. And so I've already donated to several campaigns, but I want to help as many as I can. So what I'm going to do today, if you guys have been with me, that I've not auctioned, but basically sold my book and donated to Marlena's that we did it. We did it for someone else long ago. So whenever I get the opportunity to help someone raise money that into a cause that I firmly believe in, I like to throw something in, because I want to get on here and say, hey, I want you to donate $20 to this. I want to give you something in return. And so what I'm going to do today is, if you want to donate $20, I will send you an autographed copy of this book. Now, is this book worth $20? No. I think on the book it says that it's worth $17.95. That was 11 years ago. So holy cow, with Bidenomics, this book's probably should be $40. But no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell it to all of you for $20. I'm going to send you an autographed copy, and all net proceeds are going to go to several campaigns. And it's 150 pages long, and it's just a self-help book for parents that have an awareness to quit screwing up their kids. Has a little bit about my story on how I grew up. And I wrote this book 11 years ago. All right. And I was actually in the process of updating it, because when I wrote this book, my kids were very small and young. And so now they're on their way in high school. A couple more years, they'll be in college. And so I was going to update this book, and then COVID happened. And I just never got around to updating it with all the extra stuff. But this is a great introduction for new parents. So if you want to get this book for you or for someone else that that is pregnant or has small kids, get him this book. It's good. It's an easy read. You're going to read it and you're like, oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm talking to Garrett. Okay. So for $20, I'll send you an autographed copy, and all net proceeds will go to several of these school board members, because I want to talk about one in particular in Rochester schools that I've been highlighting and everything that they've been going with. And I saw this video just this morning when I was looking up the school board, and you just felt the passion of this woman. And this is Trustee LeCouey, who's been fighting with Trustee Weaver on the Rochester Community School Board for a long time now. And these folks just want to bring common sense and include parents in decisions. And so I want to play what she just said a couple of weeks ago, because what she said was pretty powerful. So listen in.
My name is Carol Beth LeCouey. I'm a parent of 2 kids who is now serving as a trustee on the Board of Education. I'm speaking tonight in my capacity as a resident because the majority on our board voted to not allow comments from board members tonight. Mr. Russo, I want to clarify up front, this message is not directed at you. It's for our board and community. At the meeting on July 1st, we heard stories about how our school system violated parents' trust by reading LGBTQ-themed books to their elementary-aged kids without ever notifying them about it or asking for consent. I've been hearing too many stories like this, and too many stories about people leaving our district because of it. We need to respect parents' rights and children's innocence by letting parents review and opt out of ideological or sex ed related content. If anything, it should be opt-in rather than opt-out. Now, I've heard some people are angry at teachers, but honestly, I think that anger is misplaced. The problem stems from leadership at the top, and ultimately it falls on us, it falls on the board. As board members, we should be setting the expectations through policy that protect both staff and parents' rights when it comes to handling controversial issues. I found out from RCS staff who've been with the district a long time that we used to have a policy like this before our previous superintendent. Trustee Weaver has been talking about this practically since he was elected. He found a solid controversial issues policy from Neola, and we reworked it to try to fit with the style of our existing policies. I proposed it in policy committee and again at our policy work session in February, only to have 5 majority board members consistently shoot it down without offering any alternatives. Of course, this isn't entirely surprising. 5 majority board members also pushed forward an LGBTQ resolution last year, advocating for the freedom to teach sexuality at all levels as long as it has to do with LGBTQ themes. Last month, they campaigned at an event with a drag queen performance and story hour. Now, I have no issue with them taking part in this on their own time as adults, but as future trustees, we see where their energy is and where it's not. The majority of our board voted down 5 literacy motions and ignored curriculum deficiencies for years. They approved invoices that violated our financial controls even when it was pointed out to them.
30 seconds.
They've ignored retaliation against parents and wastefully applied our kids' general fund dollars toward a daycare center that doesn't pull its weight. There's a list of problems, and ultimately, we need new board members, parents, not politicians on a slate, who will focus on education, truly provide fiscal oversight, and start bringing families back to our district instead of scaring them away.
Now, is anything that she said radical right extremism? Not at all. And it just tears out my heart. And this has not only happened in Rochester, I've seen it happen all throughout the country, where these school board members just refuse to listen to the parents and just bring common sense back to the school boards and just involve parents. And so that's why I'm going to do everything that I can to help these folks raise some money so they can take back their local school boards. So even if you're not in the area, or if you don't have kids in school, like these things, these little elections in these small communities, they add up to be really big things, because when you have a majority of school boards that are going to just bring common sense, they can stand up to the tyrannical state, kind of like what's happening in California. I've highlighted Chino Valley Unified School District many times with what's going on out there, that they're trying to take away parental rights, and this school board has said, nope, not in our district. And so that's what this can do. I mean, you guys know my belief is the power of one can lead to the power of many. And so when we can take back these local kind of organizations and these local bureaucracies and local government, then that causes a ripple effect. And so it's all hands on deck. And so I'm going to do everything that I can to help these folks raise some money for the campaigns. So again, if you like an autographed copy of this book right here, God's True Law, A Parent's Guide to Raising Successful Children, you can, and I put this in the comments, it's also in the description, that you can Venmo me at Garrett-Soldano, or you can find me on PayPal at Garrett Soldano. Or if you would like to send me a check in the mail, private message me and I'll get you my address. And as soon as I get that, guys, I will make a note in the book, sign it, and then I'll get it out to all of you. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is help these people, because they're putting themselves out there. They truly are. And for somebody who's ran for governor, when you throw your hat in the ring in this evil game called politics, man, you get a lot of hate for it. And I'm going to do everything that I can to support these folks that are putting themselves out there for all of you. Okay. So again, you can get this book, autographed copy. All right. For $20. Back in 2011, I was selling it for $17.95, I think it was. So if you add on Bidenomics, this puppy's a deal right now. Holy cow, just for $20. Because like I said, it'd probably be selling for $40 right now with Bidenomics. You know what I mean. So get your book, get your copy, send me the cashola, and I'll get it out in the mail ASAP, and then we can help these school board members take back the local communities. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless the state of Michigan, of course, and always God bless these United States. And just a head up, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I will be in the UP of Michigan, going on a 9-hour road trip to visit my Upers in Iron Mountain and Houghton. You guys, if you're up there, spread the word, because Kevin Rinke's going to come with me along with Mike Rogers, and there's a couple local candidates that are going to be speaking there. So my peoples in Iron Mountain, we are coming. Kathy, we're coming. And then Dan, my man up in Houghton, we're coming. Let's pack the house, folks. I try to get as much as I can to the UP because they kind of get the shaft. So I'm bringing some folks with me this time. So let's show them and welcome them, and let's pack the house. God bless you. God bless the state of Michigan, of course, and always. God bless these United States. Until next time.